Okay, so I did okay today, plus 2.2 R. BBBY was definitely, I would say, my best entry. Dow, that was a good entry as well. Can't draw on there? What the hell's going on? Yeah, Dow was a good entry as well. All three of my trades, I took 4 trades. 3 were good. 3 were good. The fourth, a little bit questionable, but I'll go over it real quick. So first we had Delta Airlines short, opening range breakdown. Statistically, this is my best setup by far, actually, and it did prove successful again today, but I didn't get the move I was looking for. So let's go bring up some other time frames. So we're gapping down for earnings. We are harmonious to the short side. Where are we? Sorry. Bring that. 2 minute, kind of irrelevant, but we'll bring it up. And 5 minute. So harmonious short, moving averages all above, above. So what I look for is one of two things. 3 tests of the VWAP or moving average, or just 3 sequential lower wicks. Here we did get 1 wick higher, but that's really not that much of a concern. Once I saw that this sold off and then it tested and failed again, it's really not that big a deal. And I got in here at 41 seconds into the session of this candle, risking the high of the candle. Got 1 partial at 2 to 1. Came back, stopped me at break even. Happy with the trade. Just didn't get a bigger move, unfortunately. Next partial would have been 51.05, so it would have been pretty close. Maybe I would have put it up a couple points after I saw that. So, yeah, overall happy with the trade. Next trade was Bed Bath & Beyond. Whoops. This is a perfect trade, perfect entry. I should have added in a couple points, but I didn't. I'll explain why I did not add in. So, A, B, C, D breaking this point. D is kind of irrelevant. So, we saw the run up. I didn't take a trade. I was waiting. Was patient. Lower than average volume on the pullback. Entered at the break of the new 1 minute high off the pullback. Went long here, risking. I'm pretty sure I was risking to the bottom of that candle. What time did I take this? And I took this long at the very. See, what I could have done here is, if I'm paying attention more to the time, I could take the risk based off this candle. But I wasn't paying attention to the time. I took it 51 seconds into the candle. So if we're up here, we got 5 seconds left. We're probably not going to trade back to down here, so I could up my risk a little bit and give myself a little bit more shares. So this was like 2.2 to 1. Took partial, 25%. Then I took everything out there because I didn't like what it looked like. But I'll go ahead and say why I did not add in. So we made this top here on volume. We bounced off this previous high and created a shooting star. Otherwise, I would have definitely added in at the break of this candle, the red candle, but these 2 wicks made me nervous, both on big volume, so I did not add in there. Yeah, of course, I mean, I was a little bit bummed I didn't, but I shouldn't have, just because it was definitely high risk. One more thing is my next partial is 75, and we got to 74. So I missed my partial by 2 cents. That would have been half my position. let's see here. And then we took Delta short. That was the next trade. Not a good trade, not a planned trade. Yeah, just not a good trade overall. Stop was here. Took it, I think 500 shares or something there. It was up 1.5 hour or so right here. Just couldn't hold. I did like the trending down, the lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And also, this was higher than that. So we could have been trending lower, but it just wasn't. I'm not unhappy with it. It's just not a strategy I'm specifically looking for. So if I could get rid of this next time, that would be probably better off. And we're trading into the moving. We're stuck between two moving averages on the 5 minute, which I just really don't like. Okay, and one more was Micron. This was a 5 minute trade, so I'll bring that up. So I was watching Eamon talk about his trade, his 5 minute setup, which I have a very similar one, but he was saying how I usually only enter on a hammer, but he was saying how he'll enter on a doji, which I thought was interesting, and I was kind of had that in mind here. So this, I had the right idea. I chased my entry, but other than that, I'm fairly happy with it. So this is the correct entry right here. Right when that candle ticks over, that's the entry. Or if I don't take this one, it's this one right here. Where I entered was bad. I was saying to myself, okay, wait until 58 cents, because this wick kind of, I think it was a mistake. It wasn't really there, but it was kind of messing with my head, thinking like, oh, I touched the 9 moving average, I'm ready to go, because it's just a move up consolidation onto the 9 moving average with the wick off of it, and then we take the entry. So once I saw it broke here, I was kind of convinced myself to enter. Entered at 64 when I told myself I'm waiting until a pullback to 58 or so before I enter. In reality, I should have just not entered at all here. Waited for this candle or this candle. They're both perfect entries. Risk off the low of that candle. Yeah, would have gotten me a better risk reward for sure. And we traded up, traded all right. And then this candle, I didn't like how it looked. I didn't like how the price action was working. I also had to leave, but I'll bring it up on the 1 minute just to show where and why I got out. First entry, second entry. So this is previous high of the day, 75 cents or 77, and we broke it by like 2 or 3 cents, and then it wasn't sustained at all. So once it started coming back down, I said, I'm just going to get out of here, because if we can't even hold up above that high a day, it's probably not going to last. And that was it. Those were my trades for the day. I think I'm about flat on the week, maybe minus like a quarter R, or maybe plus a quarter R. Pretty boring so far. Haven't had any of these real big follow-through moves. But hopefully we'll end this week strong tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.